In this edition of Prep Clips, we're going to talk about winter weather. In the wintertime across Indiana, we have to be prepared for all kinds of weather, even severe thunderstorms. But the main focus is snow, sleet, and dangerous cold. Indiana sees a wide range of snowfall amounts over a typical winter season. In southern Indiana near the Ohio River, average seasonal snowfall is around 20 to 25 inches. Across central Indiana, that number grows to between 30 and 35 inches. But as you get up into the northern part of the state, average snowfall is anywhere from 40 to 70 inches. Those higher amounts are actually located near Lake Michigan, where lake effect snow can have a significant impact on the local area. Lake effect snow events can bring upwards of 2 or even 3 feet of snow over just a short period of 24 to 36 hours. When it comes to winter in Indiana, every snowstorm gets compared to the blizzard of 1976 and 1977. Those winter storms and those winters were so extreme, so severe, people couldn't get out of their homes for weeks. While that's not likely to happen these days with modern technology and snow removal techniques, we still have to be prepared in case we're holed up for days from winter weather. Snowstorms are the most likely form of weather we're going to deal with across Indiana. The National Weather Service issues watches and warnings for winter weather. A watch simply means conditions look favorable for winter weather to develop more than likely in the next 12 to 48 hours. That's the time when you need to prepare for the winter weather. Get your groceries, get your errands done, and have a plan for when the winter weather does strike. A winter weather warning means that conditions are imminent. Within the next 6 to 12 hours typically, winter weather will move into your area when a warning has been issued. That's not the time to go out to get your supplies. That's the time to already have it in place and be ready when the weather hits. In the winter, we have to worry about freezing rain and potential ice storms. So what is freezing rain? When a snowflake falls from a cloud, if it encounters a warm layer, it will melt and turn into a raindrop. If that raindrop continues to the ground and the ground is below freezing, it will freeze on contact. In the wintertime, this happens a lot of times when the temperature at the surface is in the upper 20s. When it rains in those conditions, a layer of ice will form very quickly, and that ice will get thicker and thicker. This will bring tree limbs down, power lines, and in some cases, complete trees. That can lead to power outages and very deadly travel conditions. So in the wintertime, when an ice storm watch is issued, you should prepare for the worst conditions and make sure you have plenty of food and extra batteries and flashlights on hand for power outages. When the warning's issued, that's the time to stay inside, don't go out and travel, and stay safe. You might be out of power for several days, even a week or more in a worst case scenario, so you need to have plenty of supplies on hand. Have you heard of the term snow squalls? Well, they're very common in Indiana, and they're associated with Arctic cold fronts that bring very deadly cold temperatures to the state. So a snow squall is simply a very intense snow shower where the visibility will drop down to a quarter mile or less and create whiteout conditions. Snow squalls are often very short in duration and may last between a minute or just a few minutes and then be over, followed by sunshine in many cases. What makes snow squalls so dangerous is that before you run into a snow squall, if you're driving on the road, you might encounter sunshine or partly cloudy skies, and then within a minute or two, you're inside a snow squall. This leads to traffic jams, quick slowdowns, and pileups on major interstates and highways. So if you hear a snow squall warning, stay home. If you're out on the car, on the roads, slow down, pull over, and wait it out. Have you heard the term black ice? Do you know what it is? Well, oftentimes during the day, temperatures may be above freezing, and any snow or ice on the roads will melt and turn into liquid. But at night, when the temperature drops back below freezing, that liquid will melt and create a thin layer of ice on the roads that can't necessarily be seen, hence the term black ice, because it looks like the road is just wet, but when in reality it's covered in ice. If you're not aware of this and you apply the brakes on this ice, you'll quickly lose control of your vehicle and create an accident. In the wintertime, when your power goes out and you have no heat, it can be a very dangerous time. You want to make sure that if you have some sort of alternate heating source, that you keep it away from flammable materials, keep it on a hard surface, keep it away from curtains, make sure there's no open flame. Candles are not advisable because they can start fires. Fires happen a lot in the wintertime because of careless measures. So whatever source you do use in the wintertime, be smart, be safe, follow the directions, and stay safe. Emergency preparedness kits are probably most important in the winter time. You can be stranded in your car for hours, if not days, if a severe winter weather storm hits. So what to have in your kit in the wintertime? Well, flashlights and a first aid kit are most important. But you should also carry plenty of fresh water, have snacks and food available, and carry extra blankets. Because if you are stranded, you might run out of fuel in your vehicle. But it's important to make sure your car is always full of gas. You only want to run it in short periods of time if you are stranded. And make sure that snow does not gather around the exhaust pipe of your vehicle, as that could lead to carbon monoxide building back up into the vehicle, causing gas poisoning. In the wintertime, if you are stranded in a vehicle, it's a good idea to have something to notify other drivers that you're in peril. A flag, a bright colored blanket or shirt, something that you can hang on the antenna of your vehicle, just to let people know you're there and that you need help. Another item to carry in your preparedness kit in the wintertime is just an empty can. You can use this to gather snow and warm that to melt the snow to have fresh drinking water. It's not advisable to eat the snow, as that can lower your body temperature and lead to hypothermia. It's especially important to remember your pets in the wintertime. When temperatures drop into the single digits and below zero, your pets can suffer consequences if they're out in the cold for very long. Very cold temperatures can lead to problems for both domestic pets and farm animals. So take precautions ahead of time, keep animals inside. For those animals that are outside all the time, make sure the water is fresh, it stays warm so it doesn't freeze, and just check on pets and animals as much as possible.